Namaste. This is my PodTalk number 12, Burn Karma Through Knowledge. I begin with Shloka 437 from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yathaidhaamsi samiddho'gnir bhasmasaath kurute'rjuna gnyaanaagnihi sarvakarmaani bhasmasaath tathaa. Just as a blazing fire burns wood used as fuel into ashes, or Arjuna, knowledge burns all actions and reactions due to material activities into ashes. The story of good and bad in life. Some people wonder why bad things keep happening to them again and again, and why they always get cheated or let down by others. As a matter of fact, there are patterns which time and again occur in everybody's life. You may have come across some people who have a very smooth life. Right from their education, experience in school, college and in family, in the start and building of a career, in marriage and also in family life, they have absolutely no problems at all. Whereas there are a lot of people who repeatedly face troubles, don't do well in their education despite being intelligent, get into the company of wrong people which leads them into trouble, land up in a wrong job, get married to someone who is not compatible with them, and end up facing difficulties throughout their lives. They usually blame their karma, the planets and the stars for their misery. Blaming their karma is alright, but blaming the planets and the stars for their misery is because they misunderstand Vedic astrology, which is a secret language used to decipher and understand coded hidden karmic patterns indicated on natal charts. Patterns in a person's life are deeply connected to their karmic traits, which need to be analyzed, understood, and if necessary, corrected. Before we continue, it would be necessary to take a look at the following verse from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita 15:8. When the soul, which is the master, acquires a new body, it takes along with it the mind and the five senses from the body it has left, just as the wind takes different odors along with it. This verse clearly indicates that the basic traits and character that people possess are what they brought along with them from their previous lifetime or janma. These traits cause certain patterns in a person's life which continue in never-ending cycles unless they are consciously broken. Therefore, it is important to understand that hardships in life cannot be attributed to those gigantic planets that occupy wrong houses on the natal charts. Vedic astrology is unquestionably a great boon to mankind, which helps them in diagnosing karmic patterns and in understanding their innermost traits and character. But it would be totally asinine to stop there, dig into natal charts and research astrology instead of taking the hint from them and making conscious changes in one's thoughts, attitude and behavior. At the beginning of the war of Kurukshetra, Arjuna, who was in a state of confusion, prostrated before his friend, teacher, philosopher, guide, charioteer and God, Bhagavan Krishna, and requested him to accept him as a student and to show him the way to achieve clarity of the mind. Shloka 2:7. With my mind in a state of confusion regarding my duty and the feeling of helplessness because of weakness, I ask you to tell me what is good for me. I am your disciple, and I have surrendered my soul to you. Please teach me. One of the most important teachings of Bhagavan Krishna is the recognizing of the I in a person. A person who does this understands that the body is not him or her, but it is only a vehicle within which they reside and travel through life. Shloka 2:22. Just as a person casts away old clothes for new ones, the embodied self too casts old bodies away for new ones. Worries, fears, anxiety, anger, ego, arrogance, selfishness, violence and other such negative qualities arise due to the lack of understanding of this great truth, which deludes their mind into giving importance to impermanent things, which in turn cause pain, anguish and sorrow. In the 16th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna very beautifully explains the positive and negative states of mind. He classifies the positive and negative qualities in a person as divine and demoniacal ones. Bhagavan Krishna says that people with a demoniacal nature are those who lack purity, truth and right conduct, and that such people are thrown by him again and again into demoniacal wombs. It would be quite logical to think that if rebirth were to be true, brutal terrorists who kill others would be born again and again from the wombs of women of families which are much more evil and vile. However, this can be stopped only when they alter their mindset, which can be achieved by attaining true knowledge. The change needs to happen from within, because there is no external force that is causing either good or harm. Faith, right thinking, devotion, and zero ego have the immense power to completely change the course of life. Anything that the mind visualizes and is fully convinced about becomes reality. True knowledge guides a person on the path of righteousness and leads them to create more positive karma, which overrides past negative karma, or in other words, burns negative karma. At this juncture, I would suggest reading chapter 16 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You may go to tvmgita.wordpress.com, go to the 16th chapter and read the translations in English. Thank you. Much love and affection. Jai Shri Krishna.